She was wonderful. She and Anita both were wonderful throughout my whole pregnancy. I never was scared or anything in any instant. She was always there to answer any questions. Anita was there to answer any questions. If I remember getting the stomach flu in November and calling to ask what I could take because I was pregnant, and Anita was like, well, da 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 da, and it was so cool that she answered my questions over the phone instead of having me come in for a visit, because it was seriously 30 seconds of a scared new mommy question. Feels wonderful having the same person be able to see my whole family, because then she gets to know our history so much more. And it's the same with the nurse too, Dr. Philpott's nurse, Anita. I mean, I love it. We're on a first name basis. It's just so easy and so relaxed, and a good relationship that I'd like to have with my doctor and the nurse, because they're just so accessible, and so it's just so comfortable, instead of going through a lot of different chains. It seemed like his ear infection had come back. He had been diagnosed with one before and was on some medication, and it seemed like it was getting better, but the morning that he woke up, he just was feeling kind of out of sorts. So I knew that I wanted to try to get him in that day, and so I called and was able to get in that very afternoon at a time that I actually requested. It just seemed like she really cared and wasn't just, fact gathering. She was just asking the right kind of questions, and just really cared about him and cared about my feelings about the situation that was going on, and I just was really touched by that. And then she brought up the fact that she was a mom too, and I thought, oh, this is why, she's just asking such good questions, and she knows what I'm feeling, and not that I wouldn't have appreciated, somebody that wasn't a mom, but she just knew what I was going through. And I told her that he had had a couple ear infections before, and when you're a mom, you feel like your baby is sick all the time, so you just don't really know what you are supposed to do. And she's like, oh, I've been there. And so anyway, she got all the perfect information from us, and I was just so touched and just so happy with the whole day of how it went, being able to be seen right away and on time, and how everybody was just so caring and thoughtful. I would recommend Altru to anybody who is looking for easy, accessible, comfortable feeling with, medical care. I'm so glad that that there's a place like this 5 minutes from my house, because I grew up to the Twin Cities, and being that there's so many choices of hospitals, you don't know where to go or who to go to or what to do and where to try to even start to formulate a relationship with somebody. And so when I moved here 5 years ago, I was just so glad to see that there was a place like this that takes care of my whole family in one-stop shop, really. If I had to summarize my entire experience in Altru in one word, I would say comforting.